Solving equations 5. If we have brackets on both sides of our equation, we have to multiply these brackets out first and then to collect together the like terms by subtracting the smallest amount of our variable, that's a mathematical name for a letter in a piece of algebra, from both sides. This can be quite a long operation, guys, so please bear with me. I've made question 1 quite straightforward. Question 2 is a little bit more difficult because of the negative numbers. So we're going to get on with it. For example, solve. There's the important word in that equation. In that question, solve these equations. Okay, in question 1, we've got brackets on both sides of our equals, so we're going to, in our first line of deduction, we're going to multiply out both of those brackets at the same time. Okay, 5 times 2x, that's 10x, and 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. We have our equals in the middle, same on the right hand side. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times plus 2 is plus 4. Now, this is why I work downwards when I'm doing my algebra. I always keep my equals above each other so that I can see what's happened on the line before and make sure it's right with what's below it. Okay then, now we've got 10x minus 20 equals 2x minus 4. We're going to get the smallest amount of x, which is that 2x there, and we're going to take that 2x away from both sides. Take 2x away from both sides. Whatever we do in an equation to one side, we have to do to the other to keep the balance of that equation. Right then, on the left-hand side of the equation, 10x minus 2x is 8x. We haven't done anything with the normal numbers, so they stay the same. Equals. Now, 2x minus 2x, that's just going to cancel the 2x, and we're left with the numbers, that's plus 4, normal 4. Now, this looks exactly like a straightforward linear equation. So, 8x minus 20, what we've got to do now is we've got to get all the numbers together. So that minus 20, I'm going to reverse that by adding 20 onto both sides. There we go. So, on the left hand side, this minus 20 has disappeared. We're left with 8x equals 4 plus 20 is 24. Now, straightforward division here. 8x means 8 times x. We're going to reverse that. We're going to divide both sides by 8. Divide the left hand side by 8. We're just left with x equals, and 24 divided by 8 is 3. There you go. When we solve an equation, we find out the value of the letter. Hence our answer is always in this format. Our letter equals something here, x equals 3. Right then, question 2. This is a little bit more difficult, but nothing to be scared of, people. We just have to have confidence with our negative numbers. Right, here we go. So we're going to multiply out the two brackets first. On the left hand side, 4 times 2y is 8y. And 4 times negative 7 is minus 28. Equals in the middle. Okay, brackets on the right hand side, time to multiply those out. Negative 4 times 2y, well 4 times 2 is 8. We've got one negative in there, so that stays negative. And now negative 4 times y is, well, the negative times a negative is a positive. We've got a 4 in there, and we've got a y in there. Right then, we've got to identify which one of these amounts of y is smaller. That's the plus 4y on the side, on the right hand side, sorry. So we're going to take that 4y away from both sides just to put our y's together and make this a lot simpler for ourselves. Right, 8y minus 4y is 4y, done nothing to the numbers, so that's still minus 28, equals, now we've got negative 8, that plus 4y is going to disappear. Now then, that's just a normal linear equation, so it's quite straightforward. We've got to find out what the y is. So first of all, we've got to opposite that minus 28. We're going to add 28 to both sides. So then we're left with, on the left hand side, the negative 28 is going to disappear. 4y equals, and negative 8 plus 28 is going to be positive 20. Just write that as normal 20. Okay then, 4y, Last stage, we're going to divide both sides by 4. That will get rid of that. On the left hand side, we'll end up with just y by itself equals 20 divided by 4 is 5. We found our value of y, that's 5. And if we put that into the original equation, well, we know that y is 5. 2 times 5 is 10, take away 7 is 3, and 4 times 3 is 12. Now then, we're going to see if that's the same on the other side. Now then, 2 take away y, 2 take away 5 is negative 3, and negative 4 times negative 3 is also 12. That works in our original equation. That's a good way just to check if your answer's right. You don't have to worry about that all the time. You normally get a feel for these things. But useful there if you'd like to. Enjoy your worksheet, ladies and gentlemen. Ask your teachers if you have any problems. Have yourself a good day.